How did you feel about how today went?
Great. We had some amazing people come out. I think it's the biggest event since the Iraq War, anti-war event, so fantastic.
Where did Mike go?
No more wars! No more wars! No more wars! I already broke the E on this mother jammer. All right, you good? You happy? Yes. All right, sweet.
You think you'll get the message?
No, he's napping. He's not. He can't hear you.
Hundreds of billions for war. We got homeless people. Everything bridge in this country. You want to send more money to over there for Ukraine? You take that and wipe your ass with it. I don't want to see a stupid Ukraine flag.
Nonsense! Go to the Russian embassy!
Go! Negotiate! Diplomacy! There were billions for weapons to murder people! Hundreds of thousands of people are dying in trench war! You take it to the
Russian
Ukraine!
residence is
You
right there.
take it!
It's 15
You
minutes
take
away.
it!
Go to the Russians! Get it done. Shut up, lady.
We are from Ukraine.
You're welcome.
Nazis! Ukraine are a bunch of Nazis! They drop chemicals on their own people!
Save these people!
How's it
Let them be censored!
How's it feel to support Nazis?
Yeah,
How's it feel to support Nazis?
a country that elected a Jewish president with 70% of the vote.
We had a coup.
There was an election with 70% of the vote. Don't tell me
We're not against Ukraine.
All right, you're not
against Ukraine.
Then go up to the
We're not against
resident.
Ukraine.
Go up to the Russian
We're
resident.
against the war.
It's right there. The Russian ambassador lives 15-minute walk away.
We're against the
go
war.
and protest
We're
there.
against the war, not
Who has the
Ukraine.
courage to go to protest against
We're not
the
against
Russians?
Ukraine.
All right, go to the Russian embassy. Go.
We're against the war.
Go. Let's see you go. And one of you go to the Russian embassy with me.
The war's not good for Ukraine.
No.
You didn't realize that.
Go. Go.
Ask the grandson of someone who's pretty high up and voting for him. And thank you. I
Thank God for standing up to a fascist. No.
Ukraine is the
No.
fascist, you moron.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why he's got a Jewish president with 70% of the vote. 2019.
Ukraine. Good for you.
I am Ukraine.
No.
I am Ukraine.
Right. The war is terrible for Ukraine.
And South America waving Russian
Well,
flags.
they started the war. Who started the war?
No, Russian kill Ukrainian people.
Right. And what were they doing to the Donbass for the past 9 years?
You don't understand.
No, I do understand. That's why I oppose them.
You are not Ukrainian.
That's fine. That's fine. You're not American.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then why are you supporting Ukraine?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
If kill your family, what do you do?
What do you think was happening to the Russians in Donbass?
Russia bombed
This was unprovoked. The Russians just
Russia
came in
bombed
out of nowhere.
Donbass. Bombed Donbass.
Yeah, do out of self-defense. It's an existential
No,
crisis for
I
them.
have. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, all the Ukrainians calling the Russians orcs. They're trying to wipe out all the Russians, take over the whole Donbass.
Yes.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, I know
The fact you're
I know
telling
real-
you're Ukrainian
I know-
doesn't give credibility to what
I
you're
know
saying.
real story. You don't know the
Okay, we don't know the
real
story. We don't know the story.
I
Okay.
know. I know.
Does anybody over there know the story that's opposing it?
Sacrifice every Ukrainian.
How many Ukrainian men have
You
died?
really think Russia is going to
When
lose?
Russia
I don't believe people.
I know.
I believe people that are in Ukraine are
sacrifice-
Russians
I
too.
don't understand you. Believe me.
Because you're brainwashed by all these maniacs in Kiev.
brainwashed?
Yeah.
It's interesting. You live in America and you said that I'm living in Ukraine and
What
my
are you doing
Russian-
here? What are you doing here?
I'm just visiting America.
You're just visiting?
It's
Okay.
just interesting country for me. I would like to Ukraine.
Blowing up pipelines is a war crime.
Blowing up pipelines is a war crime.
Blowing up pipelines is a war crime.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
This is about the Slavic people of Russia, Belarus, and Ukraine. They should be united, and instead, Victoria Nuland, Joe Biden has divided them to hate each other and kill each other. This is Slavic blood. I am a half Slavic person. This is about the Slavic people. They want to destroy Poland. They want to destroy all the Slavic countries. This is a Zionist war on the Slavic people. That's all I have to say.
All right. Who's next? Who's next?
became aware of this awesome propaganda machine, this government, media, military complex. And we realized the lies are legion by now. We realized that
All of you want to stop the end times. All of you are ambassadors of peace. Now I'm going to say something that most of you will not like or agree with. I am from the alt-right, and I understand there are many comrades here who do not like my politics, and that's fine.
From the what?
I am here because I don't want to see the end of another great Western civilization called Russia, which is conservative and does not agree with this hyper woke culture that simply put, recognizes God, recognizes natural law, and our president of the United States plays woke politics, but does he actually do social justice for my fellow comrades here in this crowd? Do we have a public option? Fuck no! Do we have clean environment? What happened to Ohio? What is happening to our workers? Look at globalization. Our people are suffering. Look at the people of West Virginia. Does this president not care about working class people? Have you seen the inflation? This man wants World War III. What are your priorities, man?
hey, it's so nice we're all out here off of Twitter and we're in the streets today. So, to hell with the trolls. These are the real people right here. You can find an opening with MAGA people, with apolitical people. There's a way to find an opening and just have this conversation with them. So, I love all of you and I'm very inspired by this energy. And bless you all. Joe Biden, you better hear us. We're done. No more war. Thank you, everybody.
No more war.
I am Clint Russell. I'm a libertarian. I wrote two different versions of my speech today, and then I got here and I was like, wait, I'm going to be standing in a circle of all these savages and I'm going to read something? Like, can't do it. This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever been a part of. I feel as if our country was divided upon itself during the COVID hysteria, and I'm just so grateful to see people of all political walks of life that are coming together in what, in my opinion, is the most beautiful cause. and that's peace, and that's preventing nuclear war.
Yeah.
So, just tremendous applause for you guys for actually getting off your couch, to stopping the Twitter storms and the Instagram posts and the Facebook wall posts. You guys got out in the fucking streets and you made your voices heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have been dealing with psychological operation after psychological operation, both to divide us, but then also to give us an external enemy by which we can focus our rage. I am angry, but I come here in love. I come here for the highest of causes, which is peace. I know that's why I can look at you and have all of the differences in the world when it comes to economics and still see you as a brother or a sister in this moment.
Yeah.
We don't have time. This is as dire a moment as I have ever experienced in my lifetime, and the vast majority of Americans have no clue how close we are to the precipice. They have no clue. And those that do have a clue, oftentimes they have their own angle on this thing that gets derailed. At the end of the day, we have to wake up our fellow man, let them know that there is a different pathway. We do not have to escalate into World War III. We can't avoid this. De-escalation is incredibly possible. In fact, if it weren't for this son of a bitch, we probably would have already done so.
Yeah. Fucking warmonger.
To make it extremely explicit, no more war, no more bombers, no more bombs, no more billions, and no more bullets. We're done. Give peace a chance. Thank you.
Hell yeah, Clint.
Go for it.
Hey guys, I'm a friend of Clint's and of Eric Jackman's. I'm a libertarian myself. And, you know, I'm not a philosopher, I'm not a politician. I didn't even go to college. I went to high school and started working. I'm a truck driver and an equipment operator from the hills of New Hampshire. So
Yeah.
I just read the news and look between the lines and actually know what's going on to some extent. That puts me far ahead of everybody who's running this shit show behind us. But, you know, I've been a working man for my entire life. And as any working man can tell you, your time is your most valuable thing that you have. And, you know, I've done a lot of grueling work over the years. I've done roofing, I've done power line work, I've done truck driving, all sorts of things, working 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week. And in the year 2019, I worked almost 3,000 hours, and I was doing all sorts of crazy jackhammering, hand-digging holes, just miserable work day in and day out. And then in the following year of 2020, you know, they had taken almost $20,000 out of my taxes for federal income tax in 2019. And then in 2020, what did they do with that money? Well, first of all, they locked me in my house and said that I was non-essential and I couldn't get a job for a few months. And then once I finally got a job and started working through the rest of the year, they signed the 2 largest spending bills in human history. And what did they do with that fucking money? They sent it to foreign countries and special interest projects in this country, and Ukraine too. Israel, Saudi Arabia, you know, administering the genocide of the Palestinians and the Houthis. And then, after they signed these huge spending bills, on January 6th in 2021, a ragtag group of Trump supporters had a riot at the Capitol building, and they broke some windows and they stole a podium and they scared some of our elected lawmakers. And to our government, who had been funding the genocide in Yemen all year, that was the worst act of terrorism since September 11th, 2001. You know, how do they define terrorism? Terrorism is the use of violence against innocent people, typically civilians, in the pursuit of political aims. For how many times I have heard January 6th described as terrorism, I have never in my life heard a better definition of the United States Congress.
Yeah, right.
So, all this to say, you know, our government tries to gaslight us into thinking that, you know, the January 6th protesters were the biggest, scariest thing that's ever happened, and they've been escalating us toward World War III. This war didn't start in 2022 with Putin just deciding he wanted to go into Ukraine. This has been provoked for years with coups, with dumping billions of dollars of weapons into Ukraine and surrounding countries, and they finally had enough. So that's all I got to say. Your government sucks. They don't spend your money on protecting you or making your life better. Taxation is theft. Free the January 6th protesters. That's it.